Special thanks to Care Of for sponsoring this video. Okay, so right now I am standing in our vestibule. It's our little entry right when you walk into our house. It's a small little space. I think it's probably like 8 by 8 feet, but it has been really challenging to decorate. A couple reasons. One of them is because it's the first thing you see when you walk through the door. And so we wanted to give the right impression, but so far the last 8 months that we've lived here, the impression has been these people's house is not decorated. So we need to get it decorated at some point. The other thing is the finishes that we have in here are so beautiful that I've had a hard time knowing how to add decor to it. So I think that I've got that figured out, and I'm excited to show you some of the decorations that we'll be putting up later in this vlog. So let me tell you about some of my favorite details in this vestibule. The first is our door. We had this door custom made. We had it painted light blue by Farrow and Ball. Love that color. It's a little bit blue, a little bit green, a little bit gray, kind of depends on the light. Another thing about our door I absolutely love is this doorknob. It turns out that most people get this from a company called S.A. Baxter. And when we got a bid from them, I think it was like $4,000 for a doorknob, which is crazy, you guys. Like, I don't know how people pay that much for a doorknob. I hunted and hunted, and after many months was able to find this little beauty in the UK, and it was a fraction of that price, like way less. It's just like a conversation piece. When people come to our house for the first time, they're maybe like a little bit frustrated, like, how do I actually open your door?
Open sesame! Well, I've done all I can do.
And then they ask us why we did a center doorknob. And I tell them it's because I really love British interior design and architecture. Anyway, then they usually ask us where we got it, which, the UK. And before we moved into this house, we actually did a vlog where we antiqued this doorknob. And I just love how it turned out. It's really just adds so much personality to our front door. Perfect, Tom.
Woo, that is really cool. Really different, opening up in the middle.
I would say if there's something in your design style that you really love, but it's a little bit out there and people don't necessarily understand it, do it anyways, because it makes you happy, and that's how I feel about our front door. So let me tell you about some of the other things I really like. This herringbone tile floor, just love that. Also on our ceiling, we did this wood treatment. We really wanted to combine modern touches and some kind of new Victorian or English country touches. On our walls, we have these kind of roughly finished boards, and they almost have like a white glaze on them. If you can see some wood grain here still, that's really what we wanted. We didn't want like a really polished board and batten look. We wanted it to look more rustic like this. And probably the showpiece of this room is this Downton Abbey style doorbell. I love it. And when we ring the doorbell, it actually rings the bell. It's pretty fun, but you might understand why this wall has been kind of hard to decorate, because we have this guy intruding in the space a little bit and definitely didn't want to overwhelm it with some other art. So hopefully I can find something that will work here. I think I found it, and also want to be decorating this wall today. So when we put our Christmas tree up, we had to move this bench out of our library, and I realized how great it would go in our vestibule. You guys, I love this forest green color, and I love velvet. We have this forest green velvet in a bunch of different rooms of our house. So why not have it in the entry? It adds some softness here. I think it complements this light blue color really well too. Kind of brings in a natural palette. So the next thing I'm thinking for this space is a round mirror that we've had hanging out in one of our closets for months. And I knew we'd use it somewhere, and I think this is where we're gonna put it. I think that's gonna look really nice, centered up there on that wall. Kind of brings in the modern vibe right away when you walk in. And that's complemented with some of the more old school vibes too. All right, Mimi, that means we need to go and get some big house plants that will go in here. We've had some smaller house plants up against these windows, and it's just a little bit lackluster. It doesn't have the statement that we want. So hopefully we'll be able to find some that will work in the space. Sometimes it's just hard to find the right thing, you know? So let me show you. This is what I had planned for this space. There's these cute little mirrors. This is all from H&M Home. These are picture frames technically, but I've seen them styled with like dried flowers or feathers or things like that inside of them. I thought these were really cute and different, But when I got them in the space, I just realized, I don't know, I couldn't picture them on this wall. I thought it might be too busy and just not quite right. So I was talking to my friend Nikki this morning just about this wall, trying to figure it out. She's an interior designer and lives in New Mexico. And she was just reminding me, they're beautiful, but you've just got the scale wrong. We need bigger items on this wall. And so then it just caused me to kind of rethink things. And I think I know what to do on here now. So what we decided would be cute are two like 16 by 20 paintings here, and they would be portrait oriented, so long. And then I think that I need to get a big plant for this corner. We have a lot of house plants, but I need something that's like probably about as tall as I am. Shaye and I are at TJ Maxx and we're hoping they will have the perfect plant for our vestibule. We've had good luck with house plants here in the past. But if I can't find a full one that I like, we might just go get a live one because those are always so pretty and smell so good. We'll see. Hey, Home Goods never lets me down. This fiddle leaf is probably like 6.5 feet tall. I think that one would work really well. Also really like this one. It's probably more like 4.5 or 5 feet tall. I think maybe both of those will be coming home with us. It's crazy to me like how lifelike these look now. Sometimes I have people come in our house and ask us if our real fiddle leaf fig is real. And to tell them, yeah, it is. But it looks about like this, except for it has brown spots on the real leaves. This one too. I mean, it even has like a glossy finish, just like these leaves normally do. I can't remember what kind of plant this one is. Some sort of palm. Stretzlitza? Oh, bird of paradise is probably what it's called. I'm a genius. What do you think?
I think we should do a big one and a small one.
Oh my gosh. You are a genius, babe. You just got it all figured out.
I was thinking if we did a big tree and then you have a smaller one, that the circumference of the room would actually come.
The circumference of our square room.
It sets off the balance of color and the harmony of how the room transquills the...
I don't know how I ever shop without him, right? What a gem.
What a gem.
We should start a Home Goods fan club, don't you think? Oh, it's gonna hit the ceiling. We are gonna get out of here somehow.
I'm excited by these plants, then we realize we actually can't leave this forward.
Thought shopping would be such a...
Yeah, we thought the challenge would be finding the right trees. The challenge is getting them out of the store. I'm mostly an online shopper these days, but Home Goods and Target still are the places that do not let me down for design stuff of all sorts. So yay for that. And this is where having a minivan comes in handy. It's almost like having a truck or something. Good job, babe. I wanted to tell you guys about this company, Care Of. These guys are a wellness brand that help you find the vitamins and supplements that are right for you. The way that it works is you just go on their website and take a quick 5-minute quiz about some of your health concerns and fitness goals. And then they send these little vitamin packets that are specialized just for you. So these are my vitamins. I love how my name's printed on them, and then they have like a new challenge or quote for every day. So I've been using these for about a month, and honestly, I've really been feeling a lot better. I'm the type of person that I go through the vitamin and supplement aisle, and there's just so many things there, and I just have no idea what I need. Before, I was just taking one of those gummy multivitamins, and I'm not even sure if it was doing anything. But when I went on and took the quiz with Care Of, I talked about my energy levels, and as a busy mom, that's something that's really a challenge for me, is having enough energy to get through the day. It felt good to get on the fitness and wellness train before the holidays, because it's just such a busy time of year, and it's usually in January that I'm thinking about these things, and so starting early has really been nice. Another thing that they sent me for energy was this maca root. I've found this to be really helpful. Something else I can really speak to is the quality of the products. I'm kind of a protein snob. It seems like a lot of dry protein mixes I just really don't like. This one's really good, and they really care about sustainability, which is awesome. This is grass-fed whey protein isolate in here, and everything just has a really good quality. You can tell they're not cutting corners on anything. So I know for me, since trying this, it's just been an easy way to keep on top of my health. They specialize it just for you, so you know you're getting some of the nutrients you're looking for, and they can ship it to you every month. So click the link in our description to go and take the quiz and find out which supplements and vitamins Care of recommends for you. And you can get 50% off your first month with my code Amanda Scott. Got those in. I don't know. It's feeling like a lot of green.
I didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy.
It's looking a little bit crowded to me, so maybe we'll need to play musical plants. One thing that's tricky too is just considering from all angles. I don't know. I like seeing the plants inside there, but I feel like this one right here kind of makes it a little bit too dark. Let's see what we can do about that. So here's what I'm thinking. We've got this smaller fiddle leaf fig in here. It's probably only like, I don't know, maybe 4 feet tall. But I wonder if I switch out the big tree for the smaller one over there, if that will look better. What do you think, guys? Okay, Hudson. See, I like this one, but I feel like this one's too dark. Like, come and look at it from over here. It's a little bit imposing right there. Okay, this balance seems a little better, but now I'm just thinking I still think it's probably too much. I think maybe we'll just do a shorter plant on one side just so we have some levels going on. Okay, I think I've found the balance that I'm happy with. Well, that took some trial and error. Seems like it usually does. Now Shaye and I have got to hang this mirror. Sweetness, what are you doing? Did you get your shoes off? Okay, I'm really liking how this turned out. This mirror looks great over here. This is all flowing really well to me. And I keep planning on putting something over here, but I almost think with this plant here, it might not need anything. You guys tell me what you think. We could do 2 portrait-oriented paintings here. That might be really beautiful. Or maybe we just keep it simple and clean. And I'm liking how these plants ended up balancing out. I think that looks really nice and not too imposing. Well, that was a fun one. That was an honest to goodness decorate with me in the sense that we are still getting everything figured out. We're getting closer and closer to having our entire house decorated and furnished. So you'll definitely want to check back for our fully furnished house tour. See, maybe I'll have decided to put these paintings here, maybe not. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you on the next one.